$1,000 Buckeye Open is almost history. Dick Weber gets set now to meet his brother-in-law, Norm Meyers, and at stake, the championship $7,000 will be back in a moment. And that's about where the friendship stops. Because now, for $7 grand to the victor, shooting first, Norm Meyers. And even though he waited in the wings, he has opened with a strike. Norm Meyers.
He let him know he's not waiting for dinner to be served. He said, I've got mine. You go get yours.
All right, here's Weber on the right lane. 236 game and a 225 game with victories over Wayne Zahn and Don Russell. Coming up very high.
Really pulled that shot, Chris.
Leaving the 6-pin on the right lane.
A great break for Weber. This could be one of our greatest matches in PBA history, Chris. Brother-in-laws, family, this much money, both living in the same city, and Weber having defeated Norm Meyers. We were all holding our breath there, Chris.
Mainly Richard Weber.
But Norm Meyers has come of age in recent years. He's matured a great deal. One of the big things he's talked about in visiting with him prior to the match was his attitude. He's improved his attitude under pressure. He's trying to stay cooler.
And he hasn't won, Norm Meyers, that is, since 1963. Weber won the 1971 Denver Open. He's zeroed in on the left lane again. Dick Weber.
That's why he's such a great champion, Chris. He wasn't long in coming right back.
Now let's see if Norm Meyers, at 37, can double. He has a 217 average for the week. Smooth. So the pressure is on here. 10-pin lead now by Norm Meyers because of the double. The winner gets $7,000 in this game, the loser $4,000. So they're bowling for 11 grand. There you have 3 in a row for Norm Meyers.
That was really a big shot, Chris. An interested fan rooting for him on the downswing, and it's very easy to pull a shot or cuff it a little bit when that happens, because it breaks your concentration, and he stayed with it. Came in a little light, but had the good roll on it.
All right, there's a double for Dick Weber. Marking with a spare in the first frame. He has a double up. Ready to shoot in the fourth.
You know, desire is a big thing in any sport, Chris, and that's one of the probably the key marks in Weber's career at this point. He's 41 now, and he has the desire, appearingly, of a 20, 21-year-old player. He just, no telling how long he's going to go on.
4-pin on the left lane.
It's rather warm. Dick Weber wiping a little perspiration from his brow. That build, narrow waist. Got about 6 or 8 inches for the arm swing to go through. And why that's so important, Chris, it's not going to hit the hip and bounce off. It's got that much room for error.
All right. Norm Meyers leads Dick Weber by 11 pins. We'll be back with more of this final match between Dick Weber and Norm Meyers in just a moment. Frazier, heavyweight championship bout, which all the world is. You're looking at Norm Meyers in this final game, who leads Dick Weber by 11 pins.
21 now. Oh!
4-pin.
She had a little more finish on that shot, Chris. Pretty much the same line, but his ball didn't settle that time. I thought it was good.
Waiting to see. match this is.
There you see it. 79-69. 10 pins, both a spare up.
And as we look at Dick Weber, he has 2 victories, one over Don Russell, 225 to 196, another over Wayne Zahn, 236 to 190. But this is a different game, the final. This is Norm Meyers, who would like to win, because right there at the beginning of April, Billy, he has a chance for $25,000 in the Firestone Tournament of Champions.
Really, Chris, he's won before, but it's been long enough since his last victory, I think 1963, that he has been paired from 48 at the Tournament of Champions, so he needs another victory to re-win his eligibility.
All right, Norm Meyers continuing to mark in this final game, leading Dick Weber by 9. Here's Weber now shooting in the 5th frame with a spare up.
Taking a little more time.
What happened there, Billy?
Well, Chris, he took a little more time. His release was up there a little bit more ahead of the ball. Very fast footwork, so he didn't get the normal leverage in the shot. The ball didn't have its drive. Fell off to the right. He got a great break, breaking up the 4-5-7 split.
Now the 5-pin. Oh, he covered that one. So 10 pins separating these 2 great professionals. And the Professional Bowlers Tour moves to Madison Square Garden this week, and the finals will be staged in the luxury and comfort of the Felt Forum within the complex of the Garden.
Chris, I talked with Joe Aquafita from the Garden, and Jerry Levine from the PBA is out there. They've been working all week, and they say it's just going to be probably the most fabulous tournament in the history of bowling, especially going in the final rounds on TV in the Felt Forum.
Pin.
We spoke about Norm's attitude earlier. I think he feels like that's probably the biggest reason why he's here. We had a chance to speak with him. Maybe we can hear what he had to say.
All right. I've had to make quite a few adjustments as far as line is concerned. I've had to adjust speeds and try to keep the ball firm, as I have a very bad tendency to be extremely soft, especially when I get on television. I become a little bit too careful. And also, I think the big difference between me being here and possibly not being here would be my attitude. I think I have tried to be as calm and try to be as cool as possible.
Shooting in the 7th. Strike on the left lane. Norm Meyers. All right, now Weber has a strike up in the 6th. He is getting ready to shoot in the 7th in this final game.
Now, he can take the lead by 1 pin if he strikes here. He's averaged 211 on this pair. He had a 237 and a 186.
Here, a couple of fans shouting, "Come up, come up."
Pretty much like he did in the earlier frame, Chris, in the 5th frame on that lane. Up again, trying to get the speed, his body there ahead of the ball, so he couldn't get the leverage into the shot, and it fell away for him to his right. .245 from extreme left.